Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the fourth session of Jeremiah chapter 32 here. I'm your host, Soshi, for this Calvary Chapel channel online. Behold, I will gather them out of all the countries, whether I have driven them in my anger and in my fury, and in great wrath I will bring them again unto this place, and I will cause them to dwell safely. They shall be my people, and I will be their God. I will give them one heart and one way, that they may fear me, forever the good of man, and of the children after them. So, what we're missing in today's churches is the fear of God. We don't fear God like we should be. And it's not a bad fear, it's a good fear. You know, like the good fear where you say you go visit the beach and there's a cliff or something, and you wanna take a selfie right by the cliff. The good fear is you shouldn't go towards that cliff because you might fall over. You might want to be inside before you hit the cliff. Okay, that's a good fear. Do we have the same fear about God? You know, we don't. We lack it. Obviously, we want to go near the cliff for some reason. And God's saying, you should have a healthy fear of me, because I have the power to do a lot of things with things. And notice about God. God says one thing, He's negative, then He throws a positive. So He's not always negative. God is never negative. But I'm saying, as far as you know, when someone ends up in hell, okay, it's because they failed to recognize that God was there the whole time trying to help them. And God didn't send them to hell. They sent themselves to hell. That's what they failed to recognize. If a person ends up in hell, we're trying to avoid that. In other words, we're like firemen here. We're trying to save you from burning yourself here. Okay? So, verse 40. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them, and I will not turn away from them to do them good, but I will put my fear in their hearts, and they shall not depart from me. Yeah, I will rejoice over them to them that do good, and that I will plant them in this land assuredly with my whole heart and with my whole soul. What does it mean to do good for God? What does that mean? Just because you say if you pay all your taxes to the state and government and you help the old lady cross the street doesn't mean you're doing good. Just know that doing good is beyond the things of the duties of everyday living in where you're at in the United States of America. There are other things that do. What does it mean by doing good for God, really? Doing good for God is doing something like what I'm doing right now. Waking up first thing in the morning, opening up the scriptures, praying to Him, seeking Him in the spiritual realms, seeking Him with other saints of God in church, and this and that, and talking to that person. Hey, can I have a couple of minutes of your time today, sir or ma'am? That is doing good for God. Okay, that is doing good for God. That's what that means. It doesn't mean that you should do work and pay your bills and pay your taxes. Yeah, that's good. But how about doing good for God? That's what that means. Now, a civil duty, a Christian duty is different. It's different than doing good for God. Doing good for God means you're gonna wear that cross today, like wide open for people to see that you belong to Him. I see a lot of Christians, they have their crosses, but they want to hide their crosses for some reason. Like they're ashamed to represent Him. I don't know why. Can you say you're doing good for God if you have a cross, but you only put it under your shirt? That cross should be for everyone to see. So when they see that, they're curious. that guy or that gal, there's something about that gal or guy that's different from all these other church people. They want to call us church people. We are not church people. We are disciples of Christ. There's a difference. Okay? That's doing good for God. You can do good for your friends and family, but how about God? Okay? I think I emphasized that point enough. Let's move on here. 42. For thus saith the Lord, like as I have brought all this great evil upon these people, so will I bring them all the good that I have promised them. And fields shall be bought in this land, whereof ye say it is desolate, without men or beasts. It is given into the hand of the Chaldeans. Men shall buy fields for money, and subscribe evidences, and seal them, and take witnesses in the land of Benjamin, and in places about Jerusalem, in the cities of Judah, and the cities of the mountains. Also it says in the Bible, it's better to cover an offense than to reveal it. So God is into covering things. I think that's where our government gets the idea from. We'll talk about that later though. Anyhow, in the cities of mountains, and the cities of the valley, and the cities of the south, for I will cause their captivity to return, saith the Lord. We're gonna go ahead and stop right there, and we'll be back in about maybe 10-15 minutes. I need to take me a little break here. We'll do 33. Let's see if we how long 33 is. We'll do 33, and then we'll do 34, and that'll be it for today from my side of things. So you guys stay tuned online here. I will be doing 33 in about a couple more minutes here.